guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title, I'm doing what I spend in a week as a university student in London. I made this video about a year ago when I was studying at the University of York, so you can watch that here if you also want to see that. But today I'm going to run you through how much it actually costs and how much I actually spend in a week as a student living here in London. I'm also going to do pandemic and then pre-pandemic costs, just to factor in what I would be spending if we weren't, living in COVID times. Normally the style of these videos is on a Monday I spend this, Tuesday, Wednesday, so on and so forth. But basically it's COVID, man, so like we ain't going out, we're not doing anything. So I'm just going to do this video as these are all things that I spend money on, this is how much I spend in the week, rather than do it day by day. And hopefully when COVID lifts at some point, if it lifts before September, before I move out of London, I will redo this video and do it like as a vlog and be like, this is how much it costs me to live. But I doubt that'll happen. So actual expenditure, what I spend every week. So first expense is food. I spend on average 20 to 40 pounds on food, so I put 30 for the sake of this video. It all depends on how much Ben & Jerry's I want, whether I want pizzas that week, or whether we're actually going to cook anything. It's basically what determines the costs, and that food will then last me for about 8 or 9 days. Then the next thing I spend is £3 on a bus ticket to the battalion. So I have to go and do my training once a week. It is on Teams right now, but normally I would have to go to the battalion once a week. It costs me £1.50 each way. So you can claim it back, but they take the first £1.50. So because the cost is only £1.50, it means I just pay for it every week, which is completely fine. Then on the topic of travel, if I were to be going into university and were to be going out as regular as I normally would be, then I would spend an additional £10 on tube fares. So it's normally about £5, give or take, depending on what times you travel and stuff, for a return journey on the tube. So I would do one return journey to go to my lessons, because all of my lessons are on a Tuesday, and then I would do one return journey to go to a pub or something like that with my friends. So about £10 a week I would spend on the tube. And then pretty much all the other travel I do in the week, whether I'm working out or going to the supermarkets or whatever, I walk pretty much 90% of the time. So yeah, it's only those times when I'm having to go like 4 or 5 miles in any direction that I'd get the tube or the bus. Then on the top of going out, so in London going out is so expensive. If I wanted to go on a night out, subtracting the cost of the tube, it would cost me probably £20 for drinks minimum, and that's only if I had like 4 in a happy hour, which to be fair would do me on a night out. And then I would want to get food, so then that would be probably an extra £10 to go and get a bite to eat somewhere, even if it's somewhere like McDonald's or like a fast food place. So you're looking at £30 minimum for one night out. But if you want to go to a club or anywhere like that, you're looking at like 40, 50, and that's like if you only have 3 or 4 drinks. Like if you want to get pints or you want to get spirits and it's like not 2 for 1 cocktails in the happy hour and you don't know the bars to go to, you're looking at 60, 70 pounds on a night out. But thankfully all the places me and my friends go are like the bars where they sell 4 bottles of beer for like a tenner, and you can get 2 for 1 cocktails for like £6. So they're all the type of places we go. So normally I spend about £30 all in everything on a night out, and then I go for a night out once a fortnight. So I'm looking at like £15 per week on going out. And then finally, one of the things I pay for every week is my Spanish lessons. So I pay for these in term blocks, so I pay for them every 10 weeks, but it's £140 for 10 weeks of lessons, so it's £14 a week. So all in all, the total for everything that I spend a week is like £72-ish. So on travel, going out, food, quite a bit more expensive, just to be in London. And I still do way less and go out way less, and it's still way more. So now going on to utilities, I know I get questions about this all the time where people want to know like what rent is and how expensive it is, because it's seemed to be way more expensive in London, which on average it is. But my rent is £664 a month, which to be honest is pretty cheap considering you guys have seen the size of my room, and like I live in a very nice area of London and we've got a little balcony and stuff like that. So we don't have a living room, but like that's a price I will pay for the rent price. And also when you contextualize it, that was about the price I was paying to live in Constantine College when I was at university, to live in halls. So realistically, not too bad at all. I've definitely paid way more to rent a flat in London before. So weekly that comes out a cost of £166 in rent. And then because we're not bills included like I was last year, so then Wi-Fi is £2.92. Gas and electric works out at £5.86 a week. Then we go on to subscription services, so I have quite a few. So it works out to £1 a week for Amazon Prime, £1.50 a week for Netflix, £2 a week for Audible, and £1.25 for Apple Music, and then £3.18 to pay for my phone contract. So everything all in for all of my utilities works out at £183.71 a week. So in total, every week, just to live in London and go out and live the lifestyle that I live, is £255.71. So basically you're looking at a little over £1,000 a month to live here. It do be expensive. Where when I was in York, I was pretty much paying, I think, £700 a month to live there, all in, and I had takeaways and I ate out sometimes and I went out every week. Oh, no. It's more expensive to live in London. It's a lot of money for me as a student. Like hearing £1,000 a month is like, woo! Especially not having a student loan and stuff, but that's where the savings come in. You can afford to kind of live here if you got a job. That's why we all have jobs as students in London. But yeah, I hope this was interesting, I guess, on some level for you guys to know how much it costs to live as a student here in London. I'm sure you can get it cheaper if you wanted to like scrimp and save a lot on food and didn't have half the subscription services that I have and didn't travel as much, or got the bus instead of the tube and paid cheaper, you know, on rent. You probably could get that £1,000 down to like 800. So it isn't then too bad when you compare it to other universities elsewhere, and it's not too bad in other cities and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you find this video interesting. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.